Howdy y'all, and welcome to part 26 of my Let's Play series. I'm Ragaras, and of course we're playing the Feed the Beast Lite 2 pack with a whole bunch of other mods installed. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. I'm recording this on Saturday night. Not sure when I'll have it all finished and up, but I was sitting around thinking, I got a message from a viewer, wanting to know how to get the Lite 2 pack, seemed pretty confused, and I'm thinking, well, if they just download the Lite 2 pack, they're not going to have all this, the big reactors and stuff. So, over the course of the series, we've shown a bunch of different power generation, and I know we've covered this before, but the energy requirements for this pack are really, really light. Nothing really takes masses of energy, with the exception of maybe the laser drill. But is there a way to, what's the most power that you can generate? Well, I haven't played this pack for a while. I think the biggest producer is, of course, the ooh, wow, that's loud. Let me get away from them. Is, of course, the Nether Star generator. Okay. The Nether Star generator will fill up two resonant. In fact, let's go down and get those. Two resonant. Are they resonant cell? I can't remember now. Hold on. Let's go take a look. Well, that's really loud. Here, let me options. Let's turn that down. Okay. That should be a little bit better on everybody's ears. The resonant energy cell. You can see these are each, 50 million RF in each of these. A nether star generator from one nether star will fill up two of these. Okay, it'll fill both these up. And I'm going to break these with a pick so they'll be empty. Damn it. Those edge stone breaks so easy. Let's get that in there. And break that one. Alright, so now they're empty. And so there's some things you need to do to prepare. This, of course, is not a start of the game energy source. It's not something you're going to have immediately. Boy, I need to adjust the settings on this thing. It's lagging me just a little bit, my video recording, which usually doesn't do that. I've been messing around with the settings again. Really going to stop doing that too. But I'm trying to get it to where YouTube likes what I'm sending over, and I can get rid of the black bars and all that. So the first thing, of course, you need to be able to go to the Nether, and you need to be able to make a safari ball. So to make a safari ball, you have to be in the Nether, and to get everything you need, basically you have to go to the Nether. With the safari ball, you need to locate yourself a Nether fortress. Okay. My Nether fortress actually is pretty close, not too far away. But once you get yourself a safari ball, man, what is causing that? Once you have a safari ball and you locate yourself a Nether fortress, and I've got one right over here, not too far away. You need to get that safari ball, and you need to snag one of those little dudes right there, a Nether skeleton. Once you have one of those, stop shooting at me. Then you can move forward to with the safari ball. Okay, now you want to set up, and I've got one set up over here. You need to set up yourself a auto spawner. So you need to be able to make one of those, and you need to do it in the Nether. Now you can do it in the overworld if you have some sort of outrageous mob essence spawning. I recommend locating a one of those sigil things in a chest, because the only other way to get it is to kill a wither. But you need to get one of these division sigils and do the activation ceremony, which you can find online. There's 6 billion videos that show you how to do that. And get the cursed earth. Make sure you have some sort of silk touch. Like I said, this is not the start of the game. It's going to be a while before you're able to do all this. Then once you have the division sigil and you have the cursed earth, you can get yourself a little mob essence farm going. Um, I think I covered that in one of my videos, my Mob Essence farm. It just uses, you know, 4 harbor grinders like that over there. Um, this is a basic little spawn room. You know, it's got conveyor belts to push them all towards the grinder, so I only have to use one. Right now, I'm just powering it with a redstone energy cell, which is more than enough. And the reason that I put it here and not in the overworld is here. If we go take a look at this thing, you can see I do not have spawn exact copy because in the nether, it will spawn the nether skeletons. If you do this in the overworld, it's going to spawn just skeletons unless you do exact copy. I'm pretty sure, unless they've changed that. That's always kind of the way it's been. They only spawn in the nether unless you do exact copy. So here you use just a lot less juice, and doesn't matter how you power it here. These don't take a lot of energy. But the only thing I really have running now is my turbines. Turbines. Good Lord, why do I keep saying turbines? Turbines. So this is going to spawn nether skeletons. They're going to come over here and get ground up. You're going to get just a lot more spawns here for a lot less mob juice than doing it in the overworld. In the overworld, it's really slow because it takes so much energy for it to pop a one out. I've already taken the skulls out of here. So, you know, you need to set yourself up a way to easily get the nether skeleton skulls. You need 3 of those if you haven't done it before to spawn the wither. And to spawn once you kill the wither, then you get the nether star. Okay. So I was thinking the easiest way to fight the wither. The wither can be a beast if you let him out and about. If you don't contain him, you know, he flies out over the place. He blows stuff up, and you know, he can wreck your world. So do not, guys, if you've never spawned him before, do not spawn him around your stuff. If I were to spawn him like right here with no containment, I mean, he'd start shooting explosive bolts and blowing everything up. We don't want that. We want his nether star. We don't want him to wreck our stuff. So we're going to go over to our area that I normally fight him at. And I've definitely shown this before and just how easy it is. I normally do it in just a, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 9x9, I guess, building. And I just fight him in there. But I've done something a little different this time. I've watched a bunch of videos where guys do this up in the ceiling of the nether. I decided to do it in here. and it works. Now you'll see you won't have this if you're just doing the normal light 2-pack, and these are computer craft melee turtles. I just put them in here to see if it would work, and it does. You just would want to replace this with these with obsidian blocks. So just where these turtles are, just imagine these are obsidian blocks. And instead of the turtles killing them like you'll see here, you'll have to fight him down. But as you'll see real fast, I got to go over and actually get the stuff for it though. So let's pop back over to the base. Where am I? Okay. I need let's do this a couple of times. We just need one. We just need one nether star to show this. So I need 4 soul sand. Of course, you also need to get that in the nether. Or you might be able to make it. I don't know if it's whether it's you can make it in this mod pack or not. I don't think so. And then I need to get some skulls. So you need 3 skulls. And then we'll run back over real fast and show you how you do this. So you just pop back over to wherever you do this. I'm only running over here because this is where I typically will fight him. All right. Now this is a piston. It's just set into the floor. This is just a redstone lever next to it. Pushes up. And if you have not seen this before, you'll appreciate this. This is kind of cool. If I can let go of stuff. There we go. And you just put them like you would make a snowman. And then we're going to take our wither skulls, and we're going to do 3 on top, and then he'll spawn. Okay, so we're just going to put him right like that. He'll spawn. We're going to come down, pop him up, and then we're going to back off a little bit because he's going to explode. Okay, you would take damage if you were in there. Now, normally, you'd want to run in here. Oh, hold on. Okay, well, I'll just have to kill him myself. You'll just... I forgot I didn't turn those on. You'll notice I'm not taking any damage. Wow, it's really loud. So you get your nether star and you get 2 more division sigils. Now, if you start doing this a lot, you know, I've still got my very first one I've got and I haven't used it up, but you can turn these into iron just by putting them into your crafting grid up there, and you'll get a random amount of iron back from them. I've got as many as 30 and as little as 1. Now, if you do have computer craft and you want to set this up, it's a real easy program. What did I call it? Okay. You'll just, this is the whole program. While true do, turtle.attack, close parentheses there, and then end. And then when you run that, they'll just attack anything that gets in between them right there. And so if you do have computer craft and you have 3 melee turtles or 4, you can just put them in there, and when he goes up and forms, they'll kill him for you. So you don't even have to mess with that. Pretty cool, right? So again, guys, if you have just a normal light pack, you're not going to have these computers, so you'll have to kill it like I did. But since he's up in the air like that and he doesn't move around, he doesn't actually hit you, so you don't get withered and you don't have to worry about any of the mess. Let's do a sleep real quick. Yeah, okay. All right, now since we're out here, we will set this up. Let me just clear some of the sand out of the way here. You do need some room away from the nether star generator. It does damage you when the star hits it, okay? So what I would normally do is you're going to need to make 3 transfer nodes. All right, 3 transfer nodes from extra utilities. And you're just going to put 1 on 3 separate sides. All right. And you want to get about 10 blocks away at minimum from this thing. So you can use, I have energy pipes, but you don't need them. In fact, I don't even think I put, all right, so you're going to get it away, and I'm just going to count 10 from there. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go out like that. All right. So you need that distance because if you get inside of the range of that thing, it hurts. All right. So we're going to slap these down and just make sure that the backs are set to blue because that means they're accepting power, not putting it out. All right. Make sure. Now, normally what I do also is I'll put a chest like right here and then another transfer node to run it around and insert the nether star because this thing is going to hurt you pretty quick. Now we want to get in here and make sure this isn't max. When you break these things, it sets everything back to default. That's why these are off. Now you can see these each put out 10,000 RF a tick. So one of these things will run the laser drill at max power until it runs out. And you know, even though it's a lot of RF in these things, you know, it uses so much, it will drain these things pretty quick. But if you want to run one, this is an easy way to do it. All right. So like I said, normally I would put a chest like right here, transfer node, and then just run a pipe all the way around. So you can do all this from way down there. And because you're going to see here in just a second, I'm going to get hurt, but we'll watch it fill up. So, so you can see these things are starting to fill up really fast. And this is just one nether star, okay? and it's 50 million RF per one of these things. It won't quite fill them all the way up, but it'll get really, really close to topped off. It'll be probably right around 49 million or so. And once you get up to the level like this where you're able to, well, I bit my lip or something. Sucker's hurting. Don't know what I did. So you can see how how fast these are actually filling up right now. You know, they're almost halfway full. That's a lot of RF this thing is kicking out. And I mean, you could even do this to power your base if you wanted to. If you think about how much power you really use, because most of the thermal expansion stuff, you know, it only uses power when it's doing something. It's not a continual drain. So two of these things powering your base, it could probably power if ever for a really long time. And it would also mean that you could not have huge areas that are producing fuel or power for you, like that big bio tower that I had. That thing, well, I want to say it was like 3,500, 3,600. I don't remember. That was all the RF a tick that whole tower put out, and I mean, it was massive. So you can see that it's probably just about done. It's pretty close to being done now. Not too much more. So almost 50 million on each of those. Okay. And it's really pretty easy to do. Now, you could have this set up. I mean, it doesn't have to be set up exactly like this. I mean, you could have this either above it going down to them, and then you know, your power to your base. You know, have these both going into a tesseract. You know, you could do a bunch of different things. The only thing that you need to remember is once you put that nether star in there, it's going to cause damage to you. So you want to give yourself that distance from where the cells are, where you're going to be, and the nether generator itself is. The nether generator, I think you actually need a nether star to make it, if I remember right. Yeah, you do. So you do need to at least be able to fight the wither one time. So they're like I said, it's not going to be within the first hour of playing that you're able to get this kind of power online. It's going to be down the road a bit, depending on your play style. You know, it could be as much as a few weeks. You know, hardcore guys, you guys are probably going to be, you know, a few days or so before you're up to this kind of power. But if you're just doing just the plain old light pack, this is probably your best source of energy right here. That's these things. Now, where's my book? If you're, you know, you have all the mods installed that I put in, you'll have magic crops. And honestly, magic crops would be a great addition to this pack by default. I think it adds a lot, makes things a little bit easier, especially considering that, you know, the Ender Quarry is pretty close to end game for this one. It's really hard to get all the pieces together for that unless you've been playing for a while. So it's not like you can slap a quarry together and then just run out there and start getting resources. It's, you know, you're gonna have to mine for a while first. But if you do have the magic crops installed, one of the options you have is nether seeds, or are they nether seeds or wither seeds? But basically they grow, they look like little nether skulls right here. And you can see if you break them, they make a little bone sound, and you get these, wither skeleton seeds, and they give you wither skeleton essence. 8 of those creates a wither skull. That's right, 8 of these create a wither skull. Now you do need 4 wither skulls to make it, or make the seed, but you know, that's kind of worth it considering at this point, you know, you can just grow wither skeleton skulls now. You don't need to mess around with a spawner or anything. Now I just have these growing down here. I'm not harvesting them automatically or anything, but this will give, with just this little amount right here, that's enough for 2, and I only need 3 for to spawn the wither. So, I mean, you could grow as many as you need to, and I started off with just 1. Just started off with just 1 seed there. And then it's just 8. You just go on a circle pattern around the outside. That gives you 2 skulls. And that little patch I have right there, and I'm only growing 20 of them over there. So, that's another way of getting those wither skeleton skulls if you need them. So where we at right now? Okay, well, it's gonna be a pretty short video. I just wanted to kind of help some folks out. I know they're just getting into the light pack, and you know, a lot of the stuff I'm talking about are from additional mods. They do not come, like Magic Crops does not come with the light pack. Big Reactors does not come with the light pack. Ender Storage, these little chests right here, do not come with the light pack. These tanks, they do not come with the light pack. You would need Tesseracts. And I believe the last time they updated, they went back to the harder recipes for both the deep storage unit and the Tesseracts. I'm pretty sure. I changed mine back to the default ones because I was like, nah, I ain't changing now. That's the recipe I knew. Don't change it on me halfway through the game. Advanced genetics, my ability to fly. That is not in this mod pack. The only real solution you have to flying is jetpacks, which they just added to the pack. We have not made any of those because we could already fly when those came out, or the hang glider, which I think is open blocks or miscellaneous something or other. What's the hang glider? Who makes that? Open blocks, yeah, hang glider. Those are really only going to be your options. What else don't you have? You don't have, well, like these diamond chests, you don't have these. I'm pretty sure they don't have the iron chest mod. You'll have Jabba, you'll have the deep storage units, you'll have the chest from thermal expansion, which I don't like. They're probably nice on servers because nobody can get into them. What else don't they have? Oh, like Xeno's Reliquary, all the stuff that I'm using to speed up the growing, you're not going to have that. Just go through the mod list. Computer craft. We have computer craft, we have iron chest, we have ender storage, we have morph, which I haven't shown in a while because I don't use it too much, but morph gave us flight very, very early on in the game by turning into a bat. See, like right now I'm a bat. Hello, how you doing? I'm a bat. And morph will let you turn into whatever you kill. Okay, so if you kill something, you can turn into it. That's how I built the, if it'll spawn in up here, the mob spawner, the passive mob spawner up there. Is it called a passive mob spawner? Hostile mob spawner, but yeah, it doesn't, it's vanilla mechanics. It just uses, you know, it's so high up in the air, there's no other spawns, so the only place for them to spawn is right there on that platform. That's how I built that up there, was with that bat flight. That was really very, very nice to have flight early on in the game. I mean, it's creative flight too. I mean, you don't have to worry about it. What other mods do we have? We have morph, computer craft. See, is there anything else in here that I added? Of course, we have big reactors. We have magic crafts. We did have galactic craft on here. I took that off. just it's a cool mod, but it needs to be fleshed out a little bit. Like right now, the only thing you can do is fly to planets that don't have anything on it, other than maybe a dungeon. Um, Meh, it was okay. It was fun for a little bit. It might be real fun on a server just because you do have the ability to go to your own space station and nobody can go up there. So you kind of have a little private area. Is there anything else I really added? I haven't added any armor mods. I wouldn't mind power suits to be sure. This is all computer craft. Man, I don't even remember what I put in here now. Advanced genetics, okay, that's how we fly. Magical crops, we put that in there. Mind chem was another one. We haven't done too much with that. Big reactors, we put in. Chisel is another one. That one is a very light mod. It just gives you some different textured stone and stuff like that. Foodstuffs, what is that? Magical crops. I didn't put foodstuffs in there. Remember that one being on there. I think that's say particle physics is part of Mind Chem, I think. Reliquary, Xenos Reliquary. Well, that's really about it. So, but you got to realize that a lot of that stuff is not going to be here that I use a lot. These lily pads of fertility are so handy. The Emperor's Chalice that I use to fill water up all the time. The Destruction Catalyst, those are real handy. The Witherless Rose, I guess I really won't need that anymore now that he can't wither me. I think that's really about it. I mean, most of this stuff you would be able to do with fertilizer. You would just need some really decent poop farms from some animals, sheep, pigs, cows, whatever, to really get you some decent poop going. And I did use that for a while. In fact, I've got so much poop being made down there that it's still, boy, I got to figure out why this thing is lagging me tonight. Shouldn't be. We'll go down and just take a look real quick, because you'll just see the bones of it. You won't see like the animals and stuff. We'll just jump down and jump down. Like above this right here was a pen with just chock full of cows, and the cows would poop, and they fall down in these sewage grates right here in the sewers, and they fill up with sewage and then mob essence. I wasn't pumping out the mob essence, just the poop. And then, so I mean, that's a way for you to get experience, or mob essence also for spawners. You could drain that out. And these all go into a drum, and it's still full of sewage. This thing has been running, I kid you not, this thing is so damn slow. This is what makes it really not a great solution to rapid growth, but it really is with this pack the only solution you have other than a sprinkler, and the sprinkler is so hit or miss, and also requires bone meal. So now you could go into the config and make it take bone meal also, the actual fertilizer, but these are called composters. They turn the manure into, I mean, you can see how fast this thing's working, and it's making the industrial fertilizer here, but it's taking days, you know, because I'll leave this thing running for hours, and it takes days. All right, guys, well, that's it for this one. Hope this gives you some ideas, some tips. If there's something you're not sure about, let me know. Appreciate you coming by. Don't forget to put a like on there, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when I do put out one, because that's the best way. So until next time, I will see y'all later.